How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Unknown Capital. Today I'm going to be doing match day 36 prediction. So let's get right into the video. Let's start with the first game. So the first game we got Brentford against Southampton. We got 14th against 15th position. And let's start with Brentford. After winning the last 3 out of 5, they've been a bit poor yesterday against Man United. And Man United were there for the taking. In our last 4 games, we conceded 10 goals. That's crazy. Our defense has been opened up. It's literally like an open shop. It's just open season for Man United defense. And this show really broke us down yesterday. And yes, okay, Man United attack with the likes of Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Juan Mata, who played really well yesterday. But even then, you guys should have scored. Brentford should have scored a goal, or at least try to put some pressure on the United defense. And I think they didn't do that watching the game yesterday. And Brentford have really good players. The likes of Christian Norgard, Ivan Toney with 10 goals, Mubembo with I believe 10 goals right now. So they're no bum as well. And coming up from the championship, they've been doing very well. And being in 14th position, after going through winning the last 3 out of 5, they should really beat United. And against Southampton, I think they could have some success. But let's move on to Southampton. I don't know what to say about Southampton. Every time Southampton, they'll go and win a game, then they'll go get back to the next game. And the game against Palace, they should have really won. They scored the early goal. Who was it? Benderek or El Nusi who scored the early goal. And after that, they just looked a bit lackluster. Crystal Palace came and clutched it up. And Crystal Palace don't have the best away record. I think they only won, I believe, 4 games away this season. So with Southampton, they should have really done better. But you don't know what Southampton we're going to get. Like, Southampton could go and beat Arsenal, then go and get battered 6-1 against Chelsea. They'll go lose to Crystal Palace and then go and beat Brentford. So this is what we don't know about Southampton. But speaking about Southampton, we have the likes of James Ward-Prowse with 10 goals this season. Che Armstrong with 10 goals. Sorry, not Che Armstrong. Che Adams with 10 goals this season. El Nusi, I believe, has 6 goals this season. So all of them can score goals. The only problem is sometimes they just don't look like the best Southampton they can be. They're always inconsistent, and that's the problem with Southampton. And that's why in this game, I really want to go for Brentford. I feel like Brentford will have a very good home record. They have gained most of the points this season at home. So I'm gonna predict a 2-1 Brentford. Guys, let's move on to the next game. So the next one we got Burnley against Aston Villa. We got 16th against 13th position. And with Burnley, 3 weeks ago, after relegation looked like a certainty. But ever since then, winning 3 games on the bounce and a couple of other games, results going their way, Everton losing, the likes of Leeds losing. Now they're 2 points away from safety in 16th position. And with Burnley, they are very good at home, and this is going to help them significantly because 5 out of the 7 wins this season has come at home. So Aston Villa going forward, it's going to be a tough game because Aston Villa, yes, recently they beat the likes of Norwich and relegated them, but it's Norwich at the end of the day. I don't want to be rude, but Norwich have struggled to score goals this season. They've been very lackluster, only scoring 23 goals this season, or 24 goals this season, and conceding 71. So yes, Aston Villa did well to register a win after a month and a half. The last win before the Norwich game was against Leeds, which was 10th March. So being Aston Villa fans, that win was very important for morale boosts. But I feel like Burnley are just doing so well right now. Nothing can stop them in the way. And you can see how the sacking of Sean Dyche has actually, and the new interim manager coming in, the players want to make sure they maintain safety and want to stay in the league. And I think that's what they will do. So this game might be a Burnley win in my opinion. I know this sounds a bit mad. Yes, Aston Villa have the likes of Ollie Watkins, who has registered 12 goals this season. Danny Ings, who got a very important goal after a long time against Norwich. But I feel like Burnley are just in the Zen state, this avatar state. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 Burnley. So guys, the next game we have is Chelsea against Wolves. We've got 3rd position against 9th position. And let's start with Chelsea. Chelsea should have really beaten the likes of Everton. Yes, Everton got a monumental win to make sure that they can actually try to stay in this division. But with Chelsea, they controlled that game. They had 79% possession. And you lost 1-0. And Everton have been ass this season. Okay, at home, they've been okay at best. But away, the last registered victory away for Everton was last year in the summer, August, against Brighton. So you can really see where Everton are at this point. And Chelsea, Everton were there for the taking. Going and losing midweek, I forgot who Everton lost against. If I'm not wrong, it was Burnley. But Chelsea should have really won the game. And something which is going to make worse for Chelsea now, they opened up third position where they were 10 points off at one point. Now Arsenal only 3 points away. And the way Arsenal and Tottenham are going and the way Chelsea are going, it's not looking good. Because Chelsea have lost, in the last 5, they lost at least 2 games. One against Arsenal, one against Everton. So if I was Thomas Tuchel, man, this victory is very important against Wolves. You need to win. And you need to establish that gap. Because imagine right now, Chelsea go and drop points against Wolves. Arsenal go and win, and Tottenham win. That could be lights out. It generally could be lights out. And do I think all this will happen? I feel like Thomas Tuchel, man, will secure top 4. But the gap is getting too close now. Liverpool and City have gone further away from Chelsea. Chelsea at one point only 8 points away now. I think they're like at least more than 10 points. But let's move on to Wolves. With Wolves, I don't know what to say. Like, they were 3 points off West Ham at one point. I think they still are 3 points off at this moment, but they've lost the last 3 games. And going and losing 3-0 to Brighton really showed where the clubs are at this point. Like, Brighton, yes, Brighton have had a good run of form recently, but Brighton just dominated that game left, right and centre. I believe Brighton in that game had 21 shots, 9 on target, compared to Wolves only 5 on target. And Wolves couldn't even convert. The likes of Raul Jimenez, I believe he's a class striker. He's got 10 goals this season. He could have way more. He had the end injury, so he was injured for the season. The likes of Ozil, Sal, Connor Cody. And with Wolves, they need to get a win. Losing the last 3 has been pretty poor for them. And they want to make sure they don't want to drop points, essential points, and go lower down the table, because they could easily clinch a Europa Conference League position. The way West Ham are going, you can see how they're concentrated on the Europa League. So, and one more thing, Wolves are actually very good away from home. I think they've registered more away wins than home record. In the Molineux, Wolves have been pretty poor this season. Away, I think they've got something like 8 away wins and I think 5 home wins this season. So Wolves could actually go and do it in the bridge. So my prediction, I think like Chelsea would win it, but I think it'll be very close. I'll see a 2-1 Chelsea. Let's go to the next game. So the next game we've got Crystal Palace against Watford. We've got 12th position against 19th position. And let's start with Crystal Palace. Got a very monumental win against Southampton. To go and concede a really early goal in the 9th minute and to go and win the game, it was very good. And they haven't been that great away this season, Crystal Palace. To go and get a major monumental win at the St. Mary's Stadium, it was very important for team morale. And you can see how the team's been really good. And they dominated the possession against Southampton, 62% possession. And you can see how Patrick Vieira's actually done really well. Yes, he wasn't a very experienced manager. Yes, he's had some assistant coaching in other clubs, but to go and take a control of your own team to revitalize the likes of Christian Benteke, Jordan Ayew, the loan signing of Conor Gallagher, to keep Wilfried Zaha, and he's been banging goals. You have to give your hand to him. But with Watford, they've been ass. It's been 2 contrasting teams. Crystal Palace doing so well, doing better than expected this season, and then Watford not going and signing any defenders, not signing any big players to help you. Like, come on, you come into the Premier League and this is what you expect. I'm sorry, Watford. Like, you guys deserve to go down. And this is the hard thing to say as someone who really enjoys Watford and likes the likes of Cycling GK and wants to see more Premier League vlogs. Yes, but to go and lose, I believe 2-1 against Burnley, it was pretty poor from them. They didn't really have any chances during the game. They were a bit lackluster, and even Roy Hodgson, the man, couldn't save them. So I feel like Crystal Palace is going to win this game because they've been very good at home, and Watford have lost the last 5. So in my humble opinion, I feel like Crystal Palace are going to win this 3-0. Let's move on to the next game. So the next game we've got Brighton against Man Utd. We've got 9th position against 6th position. And with Brighton, what a run of form. To win the last 3 out of 5 and only lose once. And to go and beat Wolves, who are actually a very decent team and were only, 3 points off the Conference League position. And the likes of Raul Jimenez, Ruben Neves. And to go and dominate them with 17 shots, 9 on target. you have to give applause to Graham Potter. At one point, they were around the relegation zone and every Brighton fan thought, ooh, relegation could look a certainty. They were on a bad form of run, but after that, he's taken a couple of players, he's changed the layout a bit, and how well has he done? To go, I'm sorry, but to go and beat Wolves 3-0 and dominate them, unfucking believable. But the only problem which I have with Brighton, they're playing at home. And with Brighton at home, they haven't been great this season. Only registering 3 out of the 10 wins at home. So they've lost multiple times at home. And them playing at the MX Stadium ain't really a fortress for them. So being Man United, it could be good for us. Because Brighton at home are not the greatest. But with Man United, what a game. Recently, we only won 1 out of the last 5. To go and draw against Chelsea, to go and lose against Liverpool, Arsenal, and to go and I forgot who's before that. But as a Man United fan, we want to forget what happened, because we conceded 10 goals in 4 games. So like, it's really, really bad. And to go and beat Brentford yesterday 3-0 was so important. And this is the problem with Man United. We'll play 2 great games and then go and lose a game. Like, there has to be a sense of efficiency and a consistency. Like, this is the problem. But I feel like this game is going to be a very lackluster game with Man United. That's what I said about the Brentford game, and I got absolutely shown up by Man United. But I want Juan Mata to play. This man, whenever he gets the ball, he drives. He's an aggressor. You can see how, and he's so intricate with his passing, and 438 appearances, 112 goals and 141 assists. This man has been unreal throughout his career. So in this game, I feel like it's going to be a narrow 2-1 victory to Man United. I know what you're thinking, yo, I'm crazy, but I'm going to go 2-1 United. So guys, let's move on to the most important game of Saturday. We've got Liverpool against Tottenham. We've got 2nd against 5th position. And let's start with Liverpool. What an unreal season. Like, they are going for the quadruple. Yes, they already won the Carabao Cup. They are very comfortable against Villarreal with a 2-0 lead. Yes, it's Villarreal, but I feel like Liverpool has got in their bag. Got an FA Cup final against Chelsea, and we know Chelsea's record at Wembley is ass cheeks. And to go and only be 1 point of Man City, this shows how good Man City and Liverpool are this season. And the recent game against Newcastle, yes, it was a 1-0 victory, but if you really watch the game, Liverpool were comfortable for most of the game. I think they dominated more than 60% of possession. And yes, in spells of the game, Newcastle had chances. Of course, with any football game, you can't control every single minute of the game. But I feel like Liverpool, they are unreal. And one thing else with Liverpool, this season they're unbeaten in Anfield. And do I think Tottenham can stop Liverpool and the Tiger hopes? I don't know. It's going to be tough. If I feel like there's only a handful of managers who can do it, and I feel like it's either Pep or Antonio Conte or Thomas Tuchel, who are so experienced. So in my opinion, it's going to be tough. And with Salah, one more thing before I move to Tottenham. With Salah, 22 goals this season. Yes, he was banging goals left, right and centre, and he still is. And he's slowed down a little bit, and Son is catching up, only 3 goals behind him. So it's going to be tough. But I feel like Liverpool, in my opinion, Anfield's such a fortress, and it's going to be so hard to break down. But with Tottenham, what a victory against Leicester City. Yes, in stages of the game, yes, Leicester had more possession. But that's how the 3-4-3 Antonio Conte system works. They don't really have that much of the ball. They like to play, Antonio Conte likes to play a lot of quick passes, counter-attack. And you can see how they counter-attack. Son with 2 goals, Harry Kane with a nice header, and Son with that curler with his weak foot. Unreal, orgasmic moment. But do I think Liverpool are gonna lose to Tottenham? I don't think so. And Liverpool at home, as I said, unfucking real. So I think they will grab the 3 points, but I think it will be a very, very close victory. I only can see a 1-0 Liverpool. Guys, let's move on to the Sunday game. So first Sunday game, we got Norwich against West Ham. We got 20th against 7th position. And with Norwich, they have struggled in the Premier League this season. It's not the defense which has let them down, it's the offense. They have been pretty lackluster and they've been struggling to find goals. And this season, they only scored 22 goals in 34 games. And normally in another season, Teemu Pukki scores, but the only thing which lets them down is their defense. But I feel like this is an endless cycle every year for Norwich City. They come up, they go down, they don't sign the right players, and this is what happens to Premier League teams. You can see what Watford done. They didn't sign a proper defender, and they need defenders in the Premier League. And their defenders weren't up to scratch, and they're going down. And this is what happened to Norwich. Norwich thought they can still keep up and just keep the Championship team. I'm telling you, the jump from Championship to Premier League is different gravy. But with West Ham, come on West Ham, like, they haven't been that great in the league. They've lost the last 3 of the last 5. Yes, in the Europa League, they've been unreal. The run they're going on, you can clearly see all their eggs on one basket right now. They don't really care for the Conference League. They want to get that Champions League position. And losing 2-1 to Eintracht Frankfurt was a tough loss for them. Jared Bowen had an exceptional overhead kick, but unfortunately he didn't go in. So this game, I feel like, how are West Ham going to cope with playing on Thursday night and then playing on Sunday again? It's only 3 days. So Friday you come back from Germany. Saturday you train, Sunday game. So how is the squad depth going to be? Are they going to be ready for the game? In my opinion, I don't think so. And with Norwich, you have nothing to lose. They're already going down, so you might as well just play all your best players and just have fun at this point. So I feel like this game might be a Norwich win. I don't know why, I just feel like it. So it's going to be a 1-0 Norwich. Guys, let's move on to the next game. So the next game, we've got Leicester against Everton. We've got 11th position against 18th position. And with Leicester City, the game against Spurs, they should have done better. They controlled 61% of possession, but even then, they couldn't get it done. And at certain points of the game, they had a lot of shots. That Patterson Daka had a very good chance, but he scuffed the shot at the post. Ian actually got a nice goal, but they could have put more on Tottenham. Tottenham was sitting back. Leicester were putting all the possession. Soyuncu making a very bad pass at the back. Or was it Johnny Evans who made a really bad pass? But in that game, I feel like it was unlucky for Leicester City. They had the chances, but they just couldn't convert. But Everton got a monumental win against Chelsea. Yes, they only control 21% of the possession, but at the end of the day, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And that's exactly what they did. They finished the game with a 1-0 victory, Richarlison with a great goal and a very crucial goal, because now they're only 2 points away from Burnley with the game in hand. So if Everton go and win the next game against Leicester City, this could be huge for them. And if Burnley or Leeds go and lose, it could be great. But the only problem which I see in this game is that Everton are terrible away from home. They have the worst home record. They have the worst away record in the league. The last game they won was in 27th August last season against Brighton. They haven't got an away victory, so this is important. This is what's let them down this season. Them not getting any away victories. And I feel like this is what they need to do. I feel like even if they get a draw, that'll be significant for Everton. And Everton have great players. Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Alan, Uros Godfrey's, they have the Ukrainian guy. So all of them, in my opinion, can do so well. But I don't know what, they're just bottling it. But in my opinion, I think Leicester's going to win this game due to Everton's poor away record. So my score prediction is going to be 2-0 Leicester. So guys, let's move on to the next game. So the next game, we've got Arsenal against Leeds. We've got 4th position against 17th position. And let's start with Arsenal. Arsenal, what a monumental win in the London derby against West Ham. Yes, West Ham, everyone knows that they're trying to focus all their time on the Europa League, but it doesn't matter. Arsenal are going for top 4, and right now, they're 2 points clear of Tottenham. If Tottenham go and lose on the weekend and then they go into the London derby, they could be 5 points ahead. That's crazy. And that's so important, because when there's only 4 games to go or 5 games to go in this Premier League season, every point matters. And imagine going into the London derby, you already have a 5-point lead. That's going to be hard for Tottenham to catch up. Or United I think something like 8 points behind. So United's really done now. But for Tottenham are the closest team which can catch to Arsenal. And with Arsenal, yes, they went through the 3 games where they lost against Southampton, Crystal Palace, Brighton. But after that, look, they went and beat Chelsea, went and beat Man United, and went and beat West Ham. And those were 3 difficult games. And to beat Man United 3-1, to beat Chelsea 2-1, with Chelsea, a very good Chelsea team which have quality players, and then to go and beat West Ham, the likes of Declan Rice, Jared Bowen, all of them are unreal. So for Arsenal, this was very important. But let's move on to Leeds. But Leeds, I don't know what's happened. They were in 14th position not too long ago, but a couple of draws, a couple of losses, they ended up in 17th position right now. So this is going to be a big problem for Leeds, because Arsenal is going to be a tough game. Yes, Jesse Marsch has done very well to make sure the defense is very compact. Against Crystal Palace, they should have at least scored a goal. But after that, no one expected Leeds to beat Man City, but Man City absolutely destroyed them. Now, goal difference is not looking good for Leeds because they conceded a shit amount of goals, playing the suicide football under Marco Bielsa. So right now, every point matters for Leeds. So in my opinion, it's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. So my score prediction, I feel like Arsenal are going to breeze through this because in the Emirates, they've been very good. So my score prediction is going to be 2-0 Arsenal. So guys, let's move on to the last game of Sunday. So the last game of Sunday, we got Man City against Newcastle. We got first position against 10th position. And with Man City, what a game at Ellen Road. Man City are so dominant in all their games. And Leeds, yes, Leeds haven't been the best team this season, but going away at Ellen Road is no easy job. And look at the team which Leeds have. Okay, yes, the defense is a bit shambolic. They get opened up, and they get ripped through. But look at Rafinha, Bamford. Okay, Bamford's not playing. Dan James, Dallas, Cam Phillips. All of these people are quality players. But well, guess what Man City do in Man City fashion? Yes, there's going to be periods of games where they don't look good and they don't look great. But they control the game, most of the game, controlled possession, made the right passes. What a first goal. What a goal by Fernandinho. What a goal by Phil Foden. What a goal by Nathan Ake. All 4 goals were beautiful plays, set up really well, counter-attacked them. And defensively, yes, they gave their balls away in certain aspects. But even then, they dominated. But with Newcastle, they didn't have the same thing which Man City did. They had a very, very tough game against Liverpool. Got dominated possession. Only had, I believe, 23% at the end. And they did have, yes, in the game, they did have glimpses of doing well. And they were playing at St. James's Park. But even then, they couldn't get enough chances against Liverpool. And I feel like this is going to be the same thing as Man City. And they're playing away. And City at home, in general, City this season have been absolutely unreal. And I feel like City want to make sure that they win the Premier League again, go back to back, try to do a three-peat in the last 4 years. Yeah, technically it's not a three-peat because they won it 3 times in a row, but win it 3 times in the last 4 years, and they can't be dropping any points because this league is so close. And I feel like Liverpool will beat Tottenham, so Man City need to get every point possible. So my score prediction for this game, I feel like it's going to be a 3-1 Man City.